Welcome, crypto fam, to the #1 daily Bitcoin pod. In today's show, I'll be breaking down the latest Bitcoin technical analysis as Bitcoin plunges $3,000 in just 2 hours on the 15th anniversary of Genesis Day. So happy Bitcoin Genesis Day. Also in today's show, we'll be discussing the latest with over $1 billion of Bitcoin futures. Open interest wiped out in a single candle. We can thank Matrixport for that. That's right. Also, in today's show, Matrixport founder says the dissemination of Bitcoin ETF report was beyond our control. We'll also be discussing a likely rejection or smooth sailing ahead as experts weigh in on the potential spot Bitcoin ETF. We'll also be discussing BlackRock expected to seed their ETF with 10 million worth of Bitcoin today, as well as 15 years and 90,000 Bitcoinaires. So congratulations to all my Bitcoin millionaires as wallets jump 300%. We'll also be discussing Michael Saylor begins selling 216 million in MicroStrategy stocks for more Bitcoin. That's right, it's going up forever, Laura. Also in today's show, macro guru Alden says $100,000 Bitcoin would be disappointing for this bull market cycle. I'll be sharing her bullish target. We'll also be discussing PlanB, creator of the Bitcoin stock to flow model. He says we'll hit 100,000 in 2024 as Bitcoin starts the year off with fresh rallies. We'll also be taking a look at the overall crypto market. All this, plus so much more in today's show. Welcome, crypto fam. What it do? Happy Jan 3rd. It is 15 years of Bitcoin officially today. So shout out to everyone in that live chat. Appreciate all the support, family. How many of you are on the pump watch? Unfortunately, we didn't hit our 47 target. In fact, around 6 a.m. this morning, Matrixport released some FUD, which dumped the market by $3,000 just like that. Wild, right? Let me know if the stream is loud, clear, and smooth. I greatly appreciate it. Shout out to everyone in the chat. Bitcoin Imagineer, Palm Beach Chris, what it do? A Greg Ether, what it do? Cool Cat Crypto, Passive Income, DGen Dad. I appreciate it. I just got the fresh cut, looking sharp again. It was long overdue. My problem's the fees, says Sailing with Twins. Wow. Are you talking about the network fees right now? Outrageous. What up, Fairgrounds? Good to see you. What up, Silver? What up, Chris Minka? What it do? Crypto Surge, good to see you. Appreciate the likes. Appreciate the subs. Everyone new to the channel. 46 is the hard ceiling, says Bob. Joey bought the dip. That's what's up. You guys wanted a BTFD opportunity? There you go. You can take advantage of it right now with Bitcoin down 2,400 on the day. Seize the moment or forever hold your peace. What up, Michael Johnson? Howdy how. Giovanni Ryan, did anyone say wee when the Bitcoin roller coaster went down? Told you yesterday I was short Bitcoin object now. 12 to 14,000 drop. I don't know about all that, T-man. But to each their own. Coming in loud, smooth as always. Good to note. Thank you, Palm. Loud and clear. Thanks, Ald. Dinner, easy now. Barack, what it do? Good to see you, family. What up, Max from Holland again? Shout out to Holland. Bought more some today, says Mercy. Nice. I woke up at midnight in Florida and tuned in. It was so interesting to hear your personal history. You're a good person through and through. Aunt Jules, your YouTube auntie. Thank you, Aunt Jules, JB 2020. I appreciate you tuning in to the Pump Watch. It's fun. I like the all-nighters. You know what I mean? You get to learn something new about JB. Loud and clear from the Northwest. Welcome. Hi from New York. 15-year-old birthday. Yes, we celebrate today. Big day. Allen, didn't Kramer just come out of pro-Bitcoin? Might explain the dip. He said Bitcoin wasn't going anywhere. Yeah, he sure did. Bought the dip. That's what's up. Keep stacking them sats. San Antonio representing. Yeah, I mean, welcome, MM. Ryan James, this is unacceptable. Now I have to buy more. Daddy-o, what it do? What up, McLovin? Good to see you. AIQ, what up? Hey, brother, totally bought another 1,000 today at Bitcoin and 500 of Solana. Bring it on. Congrats. Keep stacking them sats. Steve from Dublin, Ireland in the building. Halo Test, welcome, family. What up, Peter? Welcome. Planto, Texas, Edson in the building. What up, Vedson? Yes, stress-free. Welcome. Loud and clear. Great. Not selling. This was FUD, 100%. If you sold your Bitcoin off the back of this news, I don't know what to tell you. That means you don't tune into the pod, first and foremost. What up, guys? What up, KJam? Bitcoin's on discount. Buy more. Cheers from Colorado. Shout out to Colorado. Liquidation birthday dip buy. Amen. Hodl gang, hodl gang, hodl gang. What the frick? What up, Rachel? Good to see you, family. Palm Beach, Kramer finally had to admit, such a putz. I didn't want Z06 anyway. I'll keep buying. I'm buying the dip. Love it. Keep taking advantage of it. I mean, hey, we may never have another opportunity to buy Bitcoin in the low 40,000s. We may get this ETF approval potentially later today. If not today, it's most likely going to be next week, family, by the 10th being the deadline. Thank you for subbing, Daniel Jackson. I appreciate that. Shout out to the real Gary Gensler. I'm the only one that knows it is being approved. Well, there you have it. The real Gary Gensler live on our stream out of all the streams he could be watching. And he just made that announcement. It's going to be approved. So don't sweat it, family. Gary's the real deal. That's why it's the real Gary Gensler. What up, Stedge? Tulum, Mexico in the building. Let's go. Netherlands. Appreciate you guys from the Netherlands. What up, Angel Garcia? What up, Jens? Hodl, hodl, buy, dip, dip, dip. Amen. Morning, Will. How you been, brother? Long time no see. Been a few hours. Crazy how people react to speculation. It's mind-boggling. Kramer also said the ETF is sell the news event. He did say that, didn't he, Norm? He sure did. Why does George say hoodle? No idea. Why don't you ask George? Be sure to sell your Bitcoin to BlackRock. Joey. In 2020, it went from 42 down to 28 from 14K drop in just 2 weeks and then mooned. Good point, T-Man. Friday approval. Send it. Hit it, JV. You got it, Ben. Appreciate the support. Thanks for tuning in. What up, Zach? What up, George? What up, everyone tuning in? Kepler, England, London in the building. They said that. Relaxing music here. What's up with the disturbing ETF news? We're going to discuss it first and foremost. I'm not going to leave you guys hanging, so we're going to dive right into that. Do a little TA, and then we'll discuss the FUDsters. You know what I mean? And what caused this market $3,000 bloodshed this morning versus hitting our $47,000 target. Just bought more Bitcoin today, says Track. What up, Joe? Lincoln, Alabama in the building. Hope all is fam is good. We're always good. Any additional noise out of Matrixport? We're going to be breaking down their information that they released off the back of this. I am just published, by the way, so breaking news. I am the real Gary. It's being approved. Yes, he agrees. All right, so Gary, there you go. Directly from Mr. Gensler. Baz, everyone, fam, I can't believe the panic in paper hands. It's FUD, of course. Typically, events like this happen before we moon, so I'm optimistic. Baltimore, at my office. Shout out Baltimore. What it do? What up, Boz? What up, Sailing with Twins? What up, Bollinger Crypto? Bowling Crypto. Barek, bought more Bitcoin today. Hashtag winning. Amen. Well done, brother. Campo. Another putz. There you go. Palm Beach, welcome, brother. What do you think about the whales these days? I think the whales are overall the smart money. So I like to follow the whales and not the dumb money. You know what I mean? The dumb money would be the short-term hodlers and gamblers and degens. The Garys are from the Garyverse. All the Garys have come out of the Garyverse. Buffalo, New York in the building, number 716. That's what's up, Justin Hurd. Appreciate you guys. Cyberman, welcome. Damien, welcome. Alum Haley, welcome. You know what I mean? Appreciate y'all. In a few hours away from Crypto News Alerts is a lifetime, a day to go. Oh, a day to a God is 1,000 years, quoting the resurrector in our sector. That's what's up. David, what up? My Bitcoin ain't going anywhere. Sorry, BlackRock. You'll have to point somewhere else to get it from. And it's interesting that BlackRock announced purchasing their seed round for 10 million worth of Bitcoin today. That same day, this Matrixport FUD article comes out. You can't make this ish up. And if you tuned into yesterday's episode, I covered a Matrixport report of them predicting Bitcoin smashing $50,000 this month of January. So don't you find it ironic? 24 hours later, they release a FUD report where everyone's all optimistic and awaiting this ETF, and they say it's not coming within 24 hours from the previous. Unbelievable. It's called the switch and bait family. What up, El Salvador? Salvador? Angel Garcia, welcome. AI, Fausto, hey, what up, first timer? Appreciate you tuning in, first timer. Good thing I 2x my Bitcoin from Saylor. Oh boy, Thomas. And for those who are new to the channel, never fall for any of those AI scams where they want you to send in Bitcoin and they promise to send you double. It's a scam 100% of the time. No one's going to do that for you. But anyways, family, we do have a lot to cover. If you're new to the channel, be sure to smash that subscribe button to receive daily premium crypto news alerts every single day, just like this. And if you're new to the channel, also, you got to be sure to smash the like each and every episode. It helps get more eyeballs on the channel, and be sure to hit the bell icon to turn on all notifications. I greatly appreciate that. Today is pod episode number 1511. I'm your host, JV, and today is a very special day in Bitcoin. It's January 3rd, 2024. That's special because this is the 15-year anniversary since the Genesis block was released 15 years ago on this date, January 3rd. Wild, right? Now, also, it's the year of the halving, and there's so many bullish catalysts we're going to discuss. What up, Russell? Thanks for subbing to the #1 daily Bitcoin pod. Greatly appreciate your support, family. Let's kick it off with our market watch as we do each and every day. You can see everything is in the blood red pretty much right now. Bitcoin down 5% on the day, trading just above $42,800. We have Ether down 7%, Solana down almost 10%, and many of the alts wreck city, but they have been pumping like a mofo. So let's actually zoom out on the monthly to get a broader perspective. Bitcoin's still up 7% on the month. We have Solana up 55% on the month, BNB up 38%, Ether very modest gain of 1%, XRP down on the month 7%, Cardano up 41%, and AVAX, the top gainer, I believe, up 68%-ish. And checking out coinmarketcap.com, let's get a refresh for the latest numbers. The market cap is at 1.63 trillion with 115 billion in volume for the past 24 hours. Bitcoin dominance at 51.2%, with the Ether dominance back on the decline at 16.3%. And checking out the top 100 crypto gainers of the past 24 hours. Let's see, SEI leading the pack again, up 13% in the day and a whopping 86% in the week. Arbitrum up 12% on the daily, trading just shy of $2. And Lido DAO up 7%, trading above $3.16. Below that, we got Blur, Akash, and Astar. And as I mentioned earlier, the majority of the alts are correcting and in the red. Now, checking out the crypto bubbles for a visual perspective, safe to say roughly 90% of the top 100 alts are in the red on the day, with just a handful in the green. And zooming out on the monthly, still impressive overall gains on the month, so keep that in mind. Some of these meme coins are up hundreds of percent still, with some of the top gainers being ICP, 186% gain for SEI, Aster, BitTorrent, HNT, all more than 100% gains. Now, checking out the Crypto Greed and Fear Index, we're still rated in greed. Today is a 70, just down a bit. We're probably going to drop back down tomorrow, I would imagine, after today's dumpage. Yesterday was a 71, last week a 73, and last month a 74 in greed. So there you have it, my crypto fam. What are you guys anticipating to happen next? Do you think we'll have a smooth recovery and start mooning once we get this ETF news? If not this week, then next week. Let me know your thoughts. Or do you think we'll correct? Do you think the FUD is real? What are your thoughts? I'm going to read as many of those comments out loud as I can. Welcome everyone just tuning into the live stream. Greatly appreciate everyone's support. Be sure to smash the like. It helps out tremendously. Thank you. There is no second best crypto news alert. It is what's up. I appreciate that, family. And speaking of no second best, Michael Saylor wanted to chime in real quick.
Which one's the best crypto asset? Well, Bitcoin's the best crypto asset. Okay. What's the second best? There is no second best. There's no second best crypto asset.
Tell him, Michael. And Michael's now selling his MicroStrategy stock to purchase personal Bitcoin. Smart man, if you're to ask me. We're going to be covering that story a little later here on the show. The fuss is real, says Wealth Ranger. What up, Chris Robinson? Blast off. Let's go. Mooning for the weekend. The real Gary. That's what's up. What up, Palm Beach Chris? You can't stop the biddies. The biddies are on their own vector. That's what's up. What up, Noah? What's your opinion of sheep coin? Not an opinion. The only dog in my life is my dog right behind me, Nipsey. Bitcoin to hit 50 G's this weekend, sponsored by Kombucha. Love it. Retest 41,000 before the new high. I bought at 41.2. Well done, AMD. Yes, Will Smith, those like buttons. Thank you, family. Lettuce hands are getting wrecked. People who truly understand Bitcoin are going to do great and take advantage of the dips. Well said, McLovin. The informed cats are those tuned in to crypto news alerts on a daily on the daily. You already know. ETF was rejected or analysts predict? No. The analysts still are anticipating it being approved. That's what's ironic. Matrixport, one source, dropped a FUD article this morning at 6 a.m. and it caused all the chaos in the market. Interesting, right? We're going to be breaking down some conspiracy theories on that. I think there will be a rise after the ETF approval, then a sell-off as people take profits, then a big climb. Word. 50,000, yes, bring it. Thank you for the Saylor dip, right? I'm sure Saylor's happy on today's dip. He's just going to keep buying. Best gaming coin to get into with this dip, ask Fausto. If you guys got gaming coin recommendations, let Fausto know. Nice haircut, brother. Thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. Welcome, Paula G. Welcome, Anthony. This show rocks. Great intel. Appreciate that. What up, Brian? Why sell MicroStrategy stock to buy Bitcoin? MSTR went up more than... Well, I'm sure Saylor has his reasons. Also, keep in mind that BlackRock owns roughly 9% of MSTR. So I'm sure it's a smarter move to own and self-custody Bitcoin than it is to own a company that BlackRock owns a piece of. That's like, would you want BlackRock owning a piece of your Bitcoin? But don't get it twisted. He is still a huge MicroStrategy shareholder just because he's selling some. And he explains the logic. We'll cover it a little bit. I know what happened today to Bitcoin, says Jaws. Hello from Napa. Is that Napa Valley, Cali? Allevium, says Billy. Gaming, IMX. Volcon Forge, says Frank the Tank Degen. What's the predictions for Bitcoin and SHIB? I don't cover SHIB predictions. I'll be quite honest with you. We cover Bitcoin every day. ICP has gaming and NFTs on chain. Good to know, Damien. Thank you for sharing. Give JV a Grammy Award. Remember when Old Dirty ODB shut down the Grammys? Wu-Tang is for the children. MSTR, rest in peace, ODB. Jim Cramer, no to torpedo stocks. What if, you know how it's all about stocks for Cramer? What if he owned no stocks and he was just all in on Bitcoin and he's just been fudding us the entire time? Wouldn't surprise me. What about Saudi Arabia? We covered that previous episodes, of course. Should I buy? Today's focus is just going to be on the ETFs, because there's a lot to share. And speaking of that, we now have 920 people on the stream. Keep it coming. Smash the likes. We should have 1,000 here shortly. But let's dive into the news, because we do have a lot to cover. Everyone wants to know what's going on. Why is the market dumping? Let's break this baby down. Here's the latest Bitcoin TA. I'll read some of the headlines first, because we have bonus stories to share, because there's a lot going on. Bitcoin plunges 3,000 in just 2 hours on 15th anniversary of Genesis Day. And then another headline, Bitcoin ETF denial report did not cause the 8% Bitcoin price crash, according to this analysis. Then Clemente points out over $1 billion of Bitcoin futures open interest wiped out in one candle, thanks to Matrixport. Look at that candle. And someone tweeted here at 6 a.m. Eastern, Bitcoin dropped from a high of 45.5. And we had a pump watch. We were watching it. Our target was 47. Then all of a sudden, we went to a low of 40,600. Did the ETF get denied? What caused this seemingly random move down? Answer, it has nothing more than coins moving from the weak leveraged traders to the stronger hands. So don't unload those biddies, fam. Now, Jared Tate put, how much did BlackRock pay to have this Bitcoin FUD ETF report released this morning? Like I said, blatant market manipulation by the big guys, and that was off the back of the Cointelegraph article. BlackRock anticipated to acquire 10 million worth of Bitcoin January 3rd, which is today. So interesting. Is this all a big coincidence? What are your thoughts? Now, did you know, it actually gets interesting when we get into the conspiracy theories. Jihan Wu, founder of ASIC manufacturer Bitmain and infamous proponent of big blocks during Bitcoin's Blocksize Wars, is also the co-founder of Matrixport, the firm that put out today's SEC Rejection FUD. So things are heating up and getting very interesting, which is going to lead us to this story. Matrixport founder says dissemination of Bitcoin ETF report was beyond our control. Yeah, I mean, and also, was this likely a rejection or smooth sailing as the experts weigh in on the potential spot Bitcoin ETF? That's just a glimpse of some of the stuff we're going to touch upon. Also, BlackRock seeding their ETF today with $10 million. Bitcoinaires, congratulations to all my Bitcoinaires as Bitcoin millionaire wallets jump over 300%. Yeah, I mean, Saylor begins selling $216 million worth of MicroStrategy stocks for a personal Bitcoin stash. He's going to keep buying. Macro guru Lynn Alden says 100 Gs would be a disappointment for this cycle. She shares her bullish target. We'll also be discussing the latest from PlanB, creator of the Bitcoin stock to flow the stock to flow model, predicting we hit 100,000 here in 2024 as Bitcoin starts the year off with fresh rallies. But let's start with our TA here, family. Lots to cover. Welcome everyone just joining us. The show is already lit. Over 1,000 people on the live stream. Appreciate that, family. So here we go. The original Bitcoin or crypto Bitcoin experienced sudden massive sharp outflows on the 15th anniversary of its Genesis Day. Happy Genesis Day, fam. Erasing most of its gains over the past 30 days. Bitcoin tumbled below 42 Gs this morning, January 3rd, losing at least 3,000 of value in just 2 hours, according to data from CoinGecko. On CoinMarketCap, Bitcoin dropped as low as 40,700, but we're recovering. We're already back at roughly 43, so it's all good. These dips are going to be very short-lived, in my opinion. What do you think? Bitcoin is currently trading closer to 43, down nearly 6% of the past 24 hours. The crypto is also down 1.5% over the past 14 days, but we're still in the green for the past 30 days, as I pointed out. The sharp drop, which you can see here in this chart, this is a 24-hour price chart, in the price action came as digital financial services platform Matrixport retracted its recent forecast that the US SEC would potentially approve the first Bitcoin ETF in January of 2024. In fact, that was one of our stories in yesterday's pod. They were predicting we hit 50,000 in January due to the ETF approval. And now they just retracted that entire sentiment. Can you say FUD, family? Now, Matrixport took to Twitter on the 1st to express confidence the Bitcoin would surge to 50 Gs, which we covered, driven by factors like imminent Bitcoin spot ETF approval. You know what imminent means, right? Immediately, incoming. The firm also stated that a potential spot Bitcoin ETF approval could be announced even ahead of the most traders' expectations for approval on the 8th, the 9th, or the 10th. I mean, it don't lie. Right here, January 1st on X, anticipate a substantial Bitcoin surge to 50,000 in January, driven by an imminent Bitcoin spot ETF approval, institutional buying, and factors such as supply shortage and historical trends with potential for altcoin season and a funding rate reaching over 66%. Extremely bullish, right? So just a day after issuing a forecast on possible approvals in 2024, Matrixport has made a U-turn on its prediction, updating its forecast on January 2nd to claim the SEC will now reject all the spot Bitcoin ETFs in January, and that the spot Bitcoin ETF approvals won't come before Q2 of this year. This is potentially why we dumped today $3,000 just like that in 2 hours. You can thank Matrixport. Now, Bitcoin investor Alistair Malay noticed that Matrixport was founded by Jihan Wu, the Chinese billionaire crypto entrepreneur and co-founder of the crypto mining firm Bitmain. Industry analyst James Van Straten noted that Wu is a prominent supporter of Bitcoin Cash. Oh no. A hard fork of Bitcoin created in 2017. That may explain everything, family. Quoting him here, if anyone believes anything that Matrixport publishes, I have a bridge to sell you. Well, there you go. That's not a good look. Some major spot Bitcoin ETF observers have also reacted to the news. We have heard nothing to indicate anything but approval, but I want to give the guy the benefit of the doubt, so I am asking if he has any sources or just speculating, said Bloomberg ETF analyst Eric Balchunas. To be clear, though, not saying rejection outright impossible, he later wrote, but we have heard nothing to indicate that. So the only source that we're hearing that no ETF is being approved this quarter is coming from none other than Matrixport, which seems extremely sus. What are your thoughts on that? And we're going to continue. I'm going to share some more regarding what's going on here. Let's see if we get some more insights. An ETF would certainly enable crypto overall to take off. And based on Gensler's comments in December of 2023, he still sees this industry in need for more stringent compliance. It stated, from a political perspective, there is no reason to approve a Bitcoin spot ETF that would legitimize Bitcoin as an alternative store of value. I mean, mean, the ball is clearly in Gensler's court right now, no pun intended, but let me know if you feel Gensler's going to do the right thing and give us the green light. Here's what some of the traders have to share. The Wolf of Wall Street, Scott Melker, this is the reason for the dump. I put reason in quotes because this is really just a leverage flush. Regardless, this is an opinion with zero new information that flies in the face of everything shared by experts. And this is the FUD submitted by Matrixport. I don't want to even give them any more time or day there, but very interesting. I know people are desperate for a narrative, but Bitcoin didn't sell off because of some silly report about an ETF denial, says Joe Carlasar. He says it sold off because nothing goes straight up and it's an easy grab for liquidity to do a long squeeze. In short, the market was overbought. What are your thoughts on that? Now, if there is any denial by the SEC, we would see cascading liquidations as we expect most of the $5.1 billion in additional perpetual long Bitcoin futures to be unwound. We can see Bitcoin prices declining by 20% very quickly and falling back to the $36,000 to $38,000 range. That's if the FUD was actually real. Now, we're all highly sus and skeptical, but I'd love to know your thoughts, family. And as I mentioned earlier, over $1 billion Bitcoin futures open interest were wiped out as a result. Let me know your thoughts with all of this. I'm going to check the comments again and let's kick it. What up, Damien? What up, Keith? Just never sell. Warren Buffett said that. Leverage flush, good. Next flush, derivatives. Good dive out the paper hands, natural selection, right? But it is a good bearish candle, sir. So you sure we're going to recover? I mean, we already recovered quite well. I think we will continue. I think by the end of the day, we could be right back where we left off. But what are your thoughts? Unless more FUD comes, more unexpected turns, what are your thoughts, family? Jay Bella, what up? No way. Josley, I am ready to become a Bitcoin sheik. Amen. Are you in the Middle East there? Hey, JV in chat. What up, John Hoddle? Welcome, fam. Only sell if you need fiat, but who needs fiat? We need Bitcoin. Bitcoin for the win. That's what's up. Overbought. Get the frick out of here. Overbought before the ETF would be 100,000 Bitcoin. Touche, Barek. Touche. We are going to pump. You already know. What up, Sam Spicer? What up? Is that dog sleeping? He's in his own world. Sometimes he channels the spirit of Satoshi and he gives us signals. Last night he gave us a signal at 2 a.m. Random. First time I ever heard him talk on a live stream. If you were on it, you know what I'm talking about. What up, Rudy Sands? Thanks for subbing to the #1 daily Bitcoin pod. Greatly appreciate ya. We now have over 1,200 people here on the stream and we're just getting started. Smash the likes because these are rookie numbers. We should have over 3,000 people on the stream right now because no one does it like our crypto fam does it. You already know that. What up, guys? What up, Justin? I am bringing your dog to my house and I'll give you some Bitcoin in return. No, thank you. Pump it up. Incoming Woody, says Damien 8. Bring it. Do we get the ETF? And maybe we'll get it in the after hours. You just never know. But who knows? Right now it's going on 4:30 p.m. Eastern here in Puerto Rico. I'm sorry, not Eastern, but it would be 3:30 Eastern in New York right now because it's 4:30 here in Puerto Rico. What up, guys? What up, Sign Tracker? What up, Lucky Hamst? The Vector candles were just eating up, right? Can I buy kombucha in Miami? Why not? You can get kombucha anywhere in the world, family. Get it while it's hot. I'm going to tap 35 Gs before the pump unless the ETFs get issued. Paul says, I have realized that if you buy physical gold and resell, it is perceived as secondhand. There's no such thing as secondhand Bitcoin. Good point. And my buddy, who is very smart, tells me that all the gold nowadays, especially the bars, they have tracking devices in them, like little tiny chips you'll never recognize. So they know exactly where you're storing your gold. How long for ETF approval, says ANN. That's the $1 million question. The experts still give it a 90% chance of probability by the 10th. The deadline being the 5th to the 10th, right around the freaking corner. You know what I mean? Can you get it in Germany? Can't get it. Why is that? Someone needs to start selling kombucha in Germany. Make a killing. Costco kombucha ad by JV Gods. Sup, JV? Sell the rumor BTD. Buy the dip. Bring it. ¿Cómo estás? Está bien. Thank you for tuning in, ANN. What up? Never touching 30 Gs again, says Matthew. Word up. Gold is a dead rock. You're better off buying toilet paper. It appreciates more. Yeah, especially during pandemics. JTS, thank you for subbing to the #1 daily Bitcoin pod. Greatly appreciate your family. Yeah, and I think I had a bonus story I wanted to share with you, and that's coming from Matrixport. I'm going to cover this. This is a bonus. Matrixport founder says the dissemination of Bitcoin ETF report was beyond our control. So yeah, I don't believe this guy whatsoever. Jihan Wu, founder of Bitcoin mining company BitDeer and crypto financial services firm Matrixport, said the widespread dissemination of the report claiming the Bitcoin exchange-traded funds may not be approved in January was not planned by Matrixport and is beyond our control. On January 3rd, the price of Bitcoin dumped by $3,000 in a matter of like 2 hours. Now, here's what he has to share, the researchers. The current 5-person voting commission leadership critical for the ETF approval of the SEC is dominated by Democrats. The SEC chair, Gary Gensler, is not embracing crypto in the United States, and it might even be a very long shot to expect that he would vote to approve the spot Bitcoin ETFs. Now, in response to the ongoing market volatility, Wu stated that Matrixport analysts operate independently, expressing their opinions without any influence or interference from management. Yeah, okay. The founder also shrugged off the claims that the Matrixport report derailed the price of Bitcoin. Okay, buddy. Come on now. So he's saying it's all just a big coincidence. What do you guys think? Looking at Bitcoin's history and the future prospects, the current volatility and the potential approval uncertainty of the Bitcoin ETF in January of 2024 are ultimately of no importance, said Wu. In my opinion, the approval of the spot ETF by the SEC, which will attract fresh investment into Bitcoin, is inevitable. So what do you think about that, family? Let me know your thoughts. And likely a rejection or a smooth sailing, experts weigh in on the prospects of this ETF being approved. Let me know your thoughts, family. Are we going to see an approval here this week potentially? If not this week, then by next week. Let me know your thoughts, family. And I'm going to read some more of your comments out loud. So yeah. Interesting times. Thank you, Double Bass Audio. Appreciate you subbing to the pod. A lot of coincidences. There you go. Barek, I appreciate you gifting the MicroStrategy membership of the channel to They Said What? Congratulations. You've just been blessed. You can thank Barek Monfils Evangelista for hooking it up. You know what I mean? Baby Grok, perfect. Is Baby Grok that AI from Elon on X? Gold in San Mendez pockets. There you go. The big guys are already in and taking over, says Jay Bella. On the 10th, they'll wait till the last minute. How many of you agree with that? By the 10th, we're going to get the approval. So here, by a show of hands, if you feel we're going to get the ETF green light by the 10th, put a 1 in the comments. Right now, put a 1 in the comments if you believe the ETF will be approved by the end of next week. If you don't believe we're going to get approval this round, for whatever reason, put a 2. So 1s versus 2s. 1s mean you believe SEC approval of the ETF by next week, which would be the 10th. Here we go. G equals, yeah, that guy equals a liar. I feel the same. It seems a little sus. The block says 1. Thomas put a 1. 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 69. 1 1 1 1 1 1 1. Oh, we got a 2 by Nick. So there you go. Someone doesn't believe it. But the majority of you, 1 1 1 1 1 1 3. 1 1 1 and a half. 1 and a half. 2 2 2. There we go. 2 2 2. 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1. Light up the chat, man. There's like 1,200 people here in the live. 1 1 1 1. Oh, we got a 4. What does 4 mean? 1 1 1 1 1. 1 on the 8th. Okay, the 8th. We got a 2. 2 2. Hey, that's the same guy over and over. 2 2. 1 1 1. Here we go. 420. I like it. Happy 420. 333. Let's go. Interesting. Okay. Double base 1. I think it's safe to say 90% of you believe we're going to get the approval, just as the ETF analysts are giving it 99% probability of approval, unless we hear some other big shocking news that hasn't leaked yet. You know what I mean? There's no reason to think otherwise. Eric 69 420 2 1 1 2 1 11 11. Happy 11 11 2 1 1 1 1 1 6. Whoever heard of Matrix? Bogus. And it is interesting. Matrixport? Sus. Is that a part of the Matrix, reporting on behalf of the Matrix? Now that I think about it, I'm no longer covering Matrixport. reports. I used to share them, but now I'm like, I feel very sus sharing it, knowing what I know. Bitcoin to 100 G's, send it. Yeah, so it looks like we're going to get it, baby. So, yeah, I mean, don't sell your biddies because that's what the mainstream wants you to do. Keep holding on tight. Hodl be thy name. That's one of the original 10 commandments in the Old Testament by Satoshi. Thou shalt not sell, thou shalt hodl. Hodl be thy name. So there you go. Now let's discuss BlackRock seeding their ETF, but we're also going to discuss the likelihood of this ETF being approved sooner than later. When I say sooner than later, by the end of next week. So here's what's going on. I like to share the recent ongoing from the experts themselves. So here's what they have to share. Despite frequent meetings between ETF apps and the SEC staff leading to refiled apps, we hold a contrarian view, asserting that all proposals fall short of a critical requirement for SEC approval, likely resulting in rejection in January. Now, I believe this was the Matrixport. Let me just make sure here. This was submitted by Marcus Thielen. This is actually coming from a report. Yeah, but I want to see what the ETF experts have to say. So here's what Marcus Thielen says. My report is not based on issuer nor on SEC insider comments. Obviously, this is massively out of consensus. I do think the SEC will vote it down. And yes, after being the biggest bull all year, predicted 45,000 by Christmas, February 1st, I turned bearish today, but the argument was ready. So he disagrees with Balchunas and Seyfart that are sticking with their at least 90% probability of the approval. Now, another thing shared here, I expect multiple approvals on January 10th, says James Murphy, founder of Ludlow Street Advisors. The SEC shot all their bullets against Grayscale. The court would very likely find the SEC's new reason for potential rejection pretextual, reject it, and I would think that sanctions against the SEC lawyers could be in play. The SEC has never approved the spot Bitcoin ETF product for listing and trading on a U.S. exchange, despite many apps from asset managers in the previous years. And then we know BlackRock kicked it off, and then we have now 13 different major asset managers awaiting that approval and the green light. So yeah, so the bears are basically this guy Thielen and also crypto trading platform Matrixport, who are highly skeptical we get the approval anymore, but everyone else is still bullish, including the top experts, Seyfart and Balchunas, who I would give more credit to because they're ETF experts who work for Bloomberg. But what are your thoughts, fam? Let me know. And now we'll dive into our next story of the day. BlackRock expected to seed the ETF with 10 million worth of Bitcoin. Here we go. BlackRock, as we know, is the world's largest asset manager and the front runner in the race to issue the first Bitcoin ETF, expects to purchase 10 million worth of Bitcoin today, according to analysts, the same day as the Genesis 15-year anniversary. Let's go. December 23rd, market analyst Seyfart posted highlighting BlackRock's intentions to seed the ETF with its plan to purchase, as he outlined right here on X. Before this, seed movements do not mean launch, looking like BlackRock is planning to make moves on January 3rd. They're seeding the ETF with 10 mil, but maybe means BlackRock would be expecting a launch to happen shortly after. Now, is it all a big coincidence that the market crashes the same day they're seeding their ETF? What are your thoughts on that? Seyfart followed up with a post by saying the document that mentions the Bitcoin purchase is not final, approved, or effective, though the purchase would jive with our January approval prediction. He said the injection of capital wouldn't necessarily mean the launch of the ETF, but that BlackRock would be expecting a release shortly after. Send it. And according to Seyfart, the inclusion of the January 3rd date is just teasing, and he drew a parallel to the date being that of the Genesis block of Bitcoin. So yeah, happy Genesis Block Day, family. In late December, Balchunas, another Bloomberg analyst, posted about the anticipated purchase on January 3rd, saying that BlackRock's 10 million purchase would be a pretty big bump from its initial 100,000 seed funding back in October. I think that's 100x. Right? Correct me if I'm wrong there, or is that 20x actually? Let me know. BlackRock expecting to seed iBit with 10 million on January 3rd. Notable, the date, that it is pretty big bump up from the 10,000 they initially seeded with. Balchunas also posted about the Bitwise S1 being filed that intends to seed Bitwise's pending Bitcoin spot ETF with 200 million, which he said blows away what BlackRock plans to purchase. That's going to be a huge help in the early days of the race. No AP name, but probably forthcoming. And while Jan 3rd has been predicted as the date for BlackRock's purchasing its seed funding, there have also been multiple alternative reports stating the date has been pushed back to January 5th, which would be Friday. Both dates are still speculative. Now, Cointelegraph reached out to BlackRock for further info on the matter, and guess what? They never responded. I wonder why. The US SEC set the deadline for the amendments to Bitcoin spot ETF apps on December 29th, in which BlackRock, VanEck, Valkyrie all filed their last-minute amendments. The SEC's decision on the ETF is anticipated by analysts to be announced by January 10th, 2024. So there you have it. My crypto fam, how do you think this is likely to play out? And do you think we're going to get that green light? And yes, put your digital lighters up in that chat. I like that, Union Crypto. Greatly appreciate that. Everyone put their lighters up as if this was a badass concert with hundreds of thousands of people in the audience. And let's get lit. Andreas Ackers, I've been DCing every day, 10 to 20 a day. Whoa, that's what's up. ICP will flip Ether, says Adam. Can the total holdings of everyday Bitcoin hodlers potentially outnumber what the whales? Can we do it with many more people buying in? Everyone buy some Bitcoin if you want to send a message. That's what I would say. Anything is possible. Buy Bitcoin and put it in self-custody and send a message. Crypto Cloud, yeah, DCA on Bitcoin and Bybit to the moon, taking a leaf out of the permabull Michael Saylor. Shout out Saylor. Long live the king. In fact, speaking of Saylor,
There's a crypto asset. It's called Bitcoin, right? Right? There's no second best, okay? But take all your money, buy Bitcoin.
he says take all your money, buy Bitcoin.
Bitcoin. What's the second best? There is no second best.
There is no second best, family.
Then take all your
I like
time,
it.
figure
I like
out how
the
to borrow
lighters.
more money to buy more
Yes.
Bitcoin. Then take all your time and figure out what you can sell to buy Bitcoin. And if you absolutely love the thing that you don't want to sell it, go mortgage your house and
Fierce Firehouse. Bring it. I'm loving the lighters, family. That looks so lit right now. Much love, much respect. Smash the likes if you're just joining us. We still have so much freaking content to show and share. We're just getting started, baby. So let's just kick it into our next story of the day. And yeah, let's discuss Bitcoinaires increasing by 300%. Congratulations to all my Bitcoinaires and all my Satoshi heirs. Everyone here should at least by minimal be a Satoshi heir, which means owning 1 million Satoshis. Now, Bitcoin may have made upward of 100,000 US dollar millionaires as it enters its 16th year. Wow. Now, happy sweet 16. Data shows that the number of wallets containing Bitcoin worth at least 1 million is up nearly 300% since the start of 2023. Let's go. Bitcoin is now the 9th most valuable asset in the world as it celebrates its 15th birthday. 15 years to the day that the Genesis block was mined. That's what's up. Bitcoin has a market cap of roughly 900 billion. The past year has marked a renaissance for the Bitcoin hodlers, with Bitcoin emerging from a pit of its longest ever bear market to gain 160% in USD terms. Not too shabby. So congratulations on my Bitcoin hodlers. Now, per on-chain analytics firm Glassnode, Bitcoin millionaires number more than 91,000, measured as unique addresses with a balance of at least $1 million. The tally, while not yet at an all-time high as seen in November of 2021, is still nearly 4 times higher than on January 3rd, 2023. So we're literally much higher than we were a year ago. Let us not forget that Bitcoin is the 9th most valuable asset in the world, and in less than 15 years, it surpassed 7,963 other assets. To accomplish this, that's what's up. Now, by the end of 2025, I suspect it'll be in the top 3. We shall see. Let me know if you agree or disagree with that sentiment. And what are some of the assets more valuable than Bitcoin right now? I'm actually intrigued to know. The numbers have clear implications for existing Bitcoiners and were not lost on the industry's household names. Quoting Tor Demister here, even today, Bitcoinaires are 10 times more scarce than millionaires. It's just the world doesn't think about this yet. Good point. And just running the math, not even half the millionaires on planet Earth will be able to save their Bitcoin whole coiners, family. Keep that in mind. Now, given its fixed immutable supply of 21 million units, several million of which are considered irretrievably lost, Bitcoin faces a supply squeeze in the making should more of the world's roughly, $60 million millionaires decide to increase exposure. Now, according to a survey from investment migration consultancy firm Henley & Partners from September of last year, there could be another 40,500 people whose million-dollar wealth is held in BTC, quoting them here. We have seen a significant spike in inquiries from crypto millionaires over the past 6 months who are looking to build a viable plan B to protect themselves against any potential future bans on the trading or use of crypto in their countries, and to allay the risk of aggressive fiscal policies that tax digital assets at source, said the CEO, Dr. Jurog Stefan, who told private banking news service Wealth Briefing at the time. He also added that as of September, there appeared to be just 6 Bitcoin billionaires. That's it. Who do you think those 6 people are? I'm going to throw Max Kaiser out there first and foremost. Now, let me know your thoughts. Meanwhile, whole coiners, those unique addresses containing at least 1 Bitcoin, now number more than 1 million for the first time, according to Glassnode. So congratulations to all my whole coiners. There's now 1 million addresses out there that hold 1 coin, which means there's way less than 1 million actual whole coiners, because I bet you many of those people have multiple addresses if you do the math. But congratulations, keep stacking them stats, because we're a rare breed, family. And with that being shared, let's check the comments again before we dive into the latest from the Giga Chad. Michael Saylor himself with selling MicroStrategy stock to purchase more personal Bitcoin.
Buy Bitcoin with it. And if you've got a business that you love because your family works for the business,
Tell him,
your
Michael.
family for 37 years, and you can't bear to sell it, mortgage it, finance it, and convert the proceeds into the hardest money on earth, which is Bitcoin.
Tell him. So congrats. Nearly a whole coiner, says Nunya. That's what's up. Geoff, I have 3. Bada boom, bada bing. Well done. Love to hear that. Don't sleep on Filecoin either. It is the next. Check the chart, says Victor Reina. Crypto Cloud, he is right. There is no second best. Anyone that has been in the game, excuse me, family, knows that there was a lot of crypto in the past that are dead coins now. That's right. Solana will break down again, says Adam. You are Bitcoin. If you hold Bitcoin, we are Bitcoin together. Amen. BTFD, buy that freaking dip. Earl Harris, what it do, brother? Garage sale time. Buy more Bitcoin. Amen. Everyone can sell something useless to purchase the most appreciative, valuable asset in human history, which is Bitcoin. What up, JB? Watching your channel at work. Thank you, Debo. What it do? What up, FJ? What a day. Greetings. When Bitcoin flips gold, get Nip a gold grill. Thoughts on Near? You referring to Near Protocol there, brother? LOL, Quant is next. Bitcoin. Hunter. Here we go. I own no Bitcoin. My dog ate my ledger. Oh, no. Don't mortgage your business, your life's work, either for Bitcoin. Use cash-only positions, says Steven, without leverage, and you'll be fine over time. Appreciate the advice. What up, Rudy Carmone? Appreciate you subbing to the #1 daily Bitcoin pod. If you're new to the channel, make sure to smash the subscribe button. We got to get to 100,000 subs. That's the goal, along with the Bitcoin price pronto. Yes, I bought Solana at $9. Cheers, says Adam. Saylor is not given 2x. That's a scam, just in case you don't know. We appreciate that, Maximus, because a lot of people clearly don't know. Who else is wearing fluffy slippers for work? People found Near Protocol. It's great. Like a baby. Solana, it will move. What's the degeneracy? Cheers, man of the forest. Thanks for subbing to the #1 daily Bitcoin pod. We greatly appreciate it. But anyways, fam, still a lot of news to cover. So let's dive into our next story of the day. Discuss the latest with the Giga Chad himself, Michael Saylor. Here's the headline. Michael Saylor begins selling $216 million in MicroStrategy stocks for more Bitcoin. MicroStrategy executive chairman Saylor began a 4-month process of selling $216 million, which, that's pretty lit, of his shares in his firm MicroStrategy, previously stating part of it would be used to buy more Bitcoin. And in a January 2nd filing with the US SEC, Saylor disclosed that he had already started selling his 315,000 stock options awards, first granted to him in April of 2014. The awarded stock options expire on April 30th, 2024. And according to the filing, Saylor began the process on January 2nd, yesterday, selling his first tranche of 5,000 shares. Now, in MicroStrategy's third quarter earnings call, November 2nd, Saylor said he planned to sell 5,000 MSTR shares daily for the next 4 months. Every day for the next 4 months. That's what the Giga Chad's doing. 120 days straight. Let's go. Which will go into addressing personal obligations and increasing the amount of Bitcoin he personally owns. Exercising this option will allow me to address personal obligations as well as acquire additional Bitcoin to my personal account, said Saylor on the call. I actually listened to the call. They shared it on X. Let me know if you guys watched it. And added to that stake in his company's equity, it remains significant despite his personal sales. And according to a November 1st Q10 filing with the SEC, Saylor can sell a maximum of 400,000 shares of his vested options between January 2nd and April 26th of this year. And while Bitcoin enjoyed an impressive 170% rally from the start of last year, MicroStrategy has outperformed the asset by more than double, gaining 411% over the course of the past year per TradingView data. And on December 27th, MicroStrategy purchased an additional 14,620 biddies for $615 million. The purchase saw MicroStrategy's total Bitcoin holdings grow to a staggering 189,150 Bitcoin, worth roughly $8.5 billion at the current prices. And I don't think he is slowing down clearly anytime soon. And you start running the math. MicroStrategy already controls roughly 1% of the circulating Bitcoin supply. I've also heard him share, and Max also confirmed it. He said, as per his source at MicroStrategy, that MicroStrategy is looking to acquire 5% of the circulating Bitcoin supply, which means they're looking to buy another 1 million Bitcoin. Let that sink in. Cheers, Leslie Thompson. I appreciate the super. Peter Schiff thinks the ETF will crash Bitcoin. What's next? First and foremost, never listen to Peter Schiff. It's like taking advice from Jim Cramer. You know what I mean? Why would you take advice from the man who missed out on the best investment in human history and purposely decides to be ignorant and never capitulate regardless? He trusts gold that much. This guy, right? Max has been telling Peter about Bitcoin since it was $1. And he just passed on it, and he continues to pass on it. Bitcoin will eventually be 100,000, and he'll be fudding it and passing on it. It'll eventually hit 1 million, and he'll tell you how stupid the people are who got in when you got in that are now millionaires. You know what I mean? That's Peter Schiff for you. So expect nothing less than that guy. If Saylor put that much money into Bitcoin, it's going to rise, and it'll rise a lot even when a part of the amount he put in, says Penny. Yeah, I mean, imagine one company having 5% of the circulating supply. That's one company. What happens when the Saudis and the sovereign wealth funds of Qatar come in the game and they're looking to acquire 1 million Bitcoin and have 5% of the circulating supply? This is the game theory. What happens when BlackRock, who has 10 trillion in assets under management, you know what I mean, and the Fidelities of the world and the vanguards, you know what I mean, the oligarchs, what happens when they want to own the majority of the Bitcoin supply? This is the game theory in full effect. You know what I mean? I got it. Rather listen to Adam Schiff. With Nexo Bank turn 1 Bitcoin into 1.75 in about 10 minutes. 1 Bitcoin and then a loan of 50% gains to 0.5 BTC. Then a loan of what? I'm lost, but Robert, do your thing. Gary, yeah, smash the likes. Thank you, Helen. Welcome, family. How you doing today? Cheers each and every day. I appreciate you. You know it. Why would the Saudis buy Bitcoin? I think the question is, why wouldn't they? They don't want other people to become more wealthy than them. They don't want MicroStrategy to become more wealthy than them. You know what I mean? They don't want BlackRock to become more wealthy than them. They don't want Fidelity to become more wealthy than them. When Bitcoin begins behaving like an altcoin, my outfit cost the Bitcoin. What in the hell are you wearing? Gold garments? Holy moly. When game theory. At this point, it seems like someone would want to be first. Only see Saylor making the jump so far. Peter Schiff is slightly better than Adam Schiff. I don't even know Adam Schiff. Are they related? Everyone should hodl. Send the sheik money in. Where's Mohammed at? Mohammed, call your brothers. Get them on the horn right now, Mohammed. Let's go. What up, Luigi? Swap black gold for digital gold. Amen. Why are the Saudis buying Bitcoin as another medium of exchange? Ask Paula G. Nexo lets you get a loan for 50% of the collateral of crypto is the basics. Thanks for sharing, Robert. Monica Lewinsky just bought 30 Bitcoins, 40,000 bucks. What? Depends on what price he bought. Saudi government owns 100% of the third most expensive asset on the planet Earth. They have the money for the Bitcoin, that's for sure. Yeah, man. I mean, the largest oil company in the world is out of Saudi Arabia, and they just partnered with the largest bank of Japan, SBI Holdings, to explore digital assets. What do you think that means? I know if you watch the podcast, you already know. Can you read between the lines? What's the number one digital asset? Bitcoin. So if the largest oil company in the entire world out of Saudi Arabia just partnered with the largest bank in Japan to explore digital assets, what does that mean? You tell me, please, what does that mean? Just bought the dip. Thank you, Cryptolution. Appreciate you guys. But anyways, we still got more news to share. We just covered the latest with Saylor. Now let's discuss the latest from Lynn Alden. She says a $100,000 target this cycle would be a disappointment. So let's break down her $2,000 price prediction, and then we'll discuss a 1 million, or I should say 100,000 to 1 million price prediction as per stock to flow model and Plan B and the latest updates from him. So here's the headline. Macro guru Lynn Alden says 100,000 Bitcoin would be disappointing for the bull market cycle. Here's her target. Yeah, in an interview on What Bitcoin Did Pod, Alden says that the rise or fall of global liquidity is a solid indicator of Bitcoin cycles. While Alden stresses the correlation between liquidity and BTC, she notes that the metric does not offer any indication as to how high or low the Bitcoin price can go. Quoting her here, Bitcoin is highly correlated with liquidity in terms of direction, but there is very little way to judge a price from it. It is not really useful for magnitude, so it is not one of those stock to flow models where you can say, okay, at this date, it should be this price. I think that's a lot of that, which it is really hard to judge. Alden predicts that a spectrum of 2024-2025 will be positive for liquidity and positive for risk on assets like BTC. She goes on to lay out a scenario where Bitcoin rallies by about 340% from the current prices before the end of 2025. Quoting her here, my base case expectation is for new all-time highs, hopefully over 100 Gs, so hopefully six figures, but then literally that range is entirely reasonable. I'd actually be hesitant to guess where that ends up. I think that something like $100,000 plus would be kind of disappointing for a bull market cycle, especially after the prior bull market cycle was on the disappointing end too. Now, so I kind of hope for 200,000 or more over the next 2+ years. So there you go. Let me know if you agree or disagree with this prediction from Lynn Alden. Then watch this interview she recently did on the What Bitcoin Pod. Check the show notes below the video in the description, and I'll read some more comments before we dive into our feature story of the day with the latest from Plan B, creator of the Bitcoin stock to flow model. What up, David? I appreciate you subbing to the #1 daily Bitcoin pod. Let's get this mofo lit. We still have over 1,200 people here on the stream. Greatly appreciate all the support. Smash the likes, because if everyone smashes the like, we'll have 2,000 people on the stream in the next 2 minutes. That's how the algorithms work out here, fam. What up, Carlos? What it do, brother? Welcome to the #1 daily Bitcoin pod. You know Bitcoin is an ish coin. How dare you, Tony Hilton? How dare you in my Greta voice. So we had a 5,000 daily red candle today. That means it's really is possible that we'll see a 20,000 green candle soon. Exactly how I translate that smiley face. 100%. Anything's possible with Bitcoin, right? And if you can't stand the 5% corrections, you don't deserve the 100% God candles that come in, because they're coming. No one knows anything except Gensler, MBS, and Fink. Trustworthy dudes. They have no idea. True Bitcoin hodlers have no intention of selling. That's right. They underestimate us. You know what I mean? Because we're not focused on the price. We can care less. It's what Bitcoin represents. And it's about sending a message, you know what I mean, to the powers that be. We will never sell our biddies. We're here for the long haul, right? Because Bitcoin represents freedom and sovereignty. It's the escape hatch. It's the escape valve, right? It's how you unplug from the matrix. You ain't got to be dependent upon your oppressors any longer because we got BTC. Long live the king. Facts, says KJam. Bring it now. Send it. Let's get it. 5% is nothing. It's still up. Precisely. We're less than 5% corrected. And people are like, end of the world. Bitcoin's going to 20. You're nuts. Follow Soloway if you don't believe in Bitcoin. You know what I mean? Go follow him. Follow Peter Schiff if you don't believe in Bitcoin. 42,000 USD pair pullback. That's from the FUD alone, says Tony. Well, that FUD obviously is not real, and so it's going to correct, and we'll be back right where we left off yesterday. Mark my words. Dip's tough in your skin. Let's go. Amen. What's the worst that can happen? We dip and we buy more Bitcoin and we get more rich? Bitcoiners, we win regardless what way the market trades because it's not about the US dollar value we're looking at on the screen right now. You know what I mean? Bitcoin is freedom and sovereignty, and it is incorruptible wealth that can't be confiscated. You understand how valuable that is? In a world like we live in today where they confiscate your wealth, and they've done it before and they'll continue to do it. They want you to eat bugs and be happy doing so, being poor. Screw them. Yes, I was trying to buy circa 41,000 when the crash was happening. Didn't have the leverage though. I believe in Bitcoin, says Dano Williams. I am marking your words because I know they are true. Coming from JB. Respect, KJam. Let's get it. But anyways, fam, let's dive into our final story of the day, and then we'll do a lit live Q&A session here. So I appreciate all the support. Here is the latest with the stock to flow model. And FYI, if you're new to the stock to flow, it ultimately predicts the price hovering between 100,000 per coin and 1 million per coin between the years 2024 post-halving, which is here in April of this year, and by the year 2028. So I know that's a wide gap, but nonetheless, here's the latest from PlanB, creator of the Bitcoin stock to flow model. The widely followed on-chain analyst PlanB says he's confident the Bitcoin will breach the six-figure mark this year. On X, this anonymous analyst reveals to his followers a set of forecasts for this year, which he says haven't changed since late 2022 during the depths of the bear market. Quoting him here, one of his predictions is that we will hit $100,000 in 2024. This is the actual tweet. My forward guidance for 2024 has not changed from October 6, 2022, when Bitcoin was 20,000. See below, a rise into the April 2024 halving, precisely what we have witnessed, having around stock to flow model value 55,000, a range of 30 to 100,000, and lo and behold, we're not too far from that level. A pump after the halving, which we always see after the halvings. We will hit $100,000 in 2024. Let me know if you feel we'll see a six-figure price action this year. And he also says stock to flow target value, $532,000 per coin on average, with a range now between 250,000 and 1 million. That's what's up. So it looks like they upped it. Not just 100K to a mil no more, but a quarter mil to 1 mil. Send it and let's go. And here you're looking at the infamous Bitcoin stock to flow model. PlanB is also known for applying his own versions of the stock to flow, originally used on traditional commodities, to Bitcoin. And based on the stock to flow, PlanB says he's anticipating that Bitcoin will approach the $500,000 mark at some point in the next several years, potentially 2025. Quoting him again, Bitcoin 2023 close, 42,258, up 156% from 16,500 back in 2022, which was the low, and ready for the ETFs and the halvings in 2024. Let me know if you're ready. And in 2021, PlanB expected a higher price than where Bitcoin ultimately topped out. While he admits his price models may have overshot the mark back then, the analyst says he is still confident that over time, the general forecast of the stock to flow models will play out, and Bitcoin will see much higher prices in the coming years. So there you have it. Let me know if you agree or disagree with this stock to flow model that will be hovering between $250,000 and $1 million per coin between 2024 and 2028. And where do you feel we'll reach our cycle peak? Let me know your thoughts in the comments right down below. I greatly appreciate that, family. Now let's do our live Q&A session. Welcome everyone just joining us. Be sure to smash the like, and if you're getting value out of today's show, you gotta smash the sub. That ways you get notified each and every day when I go live, because I'm live here 7 days a week. You know what I mean? According to the Pi cycles, the top indicator, once Bitcoin starts closing above 52 Gs, we will never see 52 again in the future. All past levels have never been touched again. Stock to flow says the same. Shout out to Wayne, aka Bruce Wayne, Wayne, because he's like Batman in Gotham City out here doing God's work. Appreciate you, family. What up, Ruemico? What up, Ad? No way. Jazle. Bitcoin should be what does it say? Listed on the periodic table of elements. There you go. Haven't heard that one before. I went Bitcoin shopping today. Found a good sale. Bada boom, bada bing. Winning. Empty your ledgers onto more safe cold storage like Trezor 3s, Keystone 3s, and toss the ledger up in the air like a zero Bitcoinaire, says K-Jam. Cheers, family. Appreciate your support, brother. Will the ETF approval announcement happen pre-market, post-market, during, aftermarket on a Friday? I think it's going to have to happen during working hours. I don't see why it would just randomly, but you never know, is that, the intrigue behind it. Who knows? It's all speculation. Nick Carter predicts it's going to happen on the 8th. Take it for what it's worth. Some people are saying the 10th, some are saying the 8th. Some people are still hopeful it could happen today, but today looks grim, considering it's already 5 o'clock here in Puerto Rico and 4 o'clock in New York. So unless we get that announcement within the next hour from the SEC, it's not going to be today, in my opinion. Chilling and El Zante buying the dip. That's what's up, Julius. Congratulations, family, and shout out to my brethren in El Salvador, all my broskies and siskies. What up, Super Cold Lemonade? Nice username. I'll toast to that with my Super Cold Capucha. BTFD 1 milli. Send it. Let's get it. Welcome, Darren. Crypto Surge says today. Whoa. Are we going to get the announcement while I'm live? Friday after hours would crush the shorts, says Norm. Well, they just crushed all the longs, $1 billion worth of open interest. Boom. Done. I think this was all by design. I think everything is. I don't believe in coincidences anymore. The older I get, the less likely I see coincidences. What do you think? Expect the unexpected. Amen, Earl. You read the words I'm thinking right now. Expect the unexpected. 100%. When Lambo, when Rari, when Porsche, when ETF, when halving, when Sovereign Wealth Fund Qatar, convert it into Bitcoin, that 500 billion, when Saudi money coming, buy the deep, buy the deep, buy it deep, buy the dip and buy it deep. I didn't lose money. I got a deal on a cheaper Bitcoin, says James. Shout out to Earl. He just gifted another MicroStrategy membership of the channel to Fio. So Fio, you've been blessed. Please thank Earl for hooking it up. The dips are totally just buy signals now. Amen, Mark. You already know. When 2001 Honda. Did you see Kathy Wood sell all of her GBTC? Yeah, I heard she put half of it into an ETF. She's probably moving her funds around so she can seed her ETFs, I would imagine. The dump today liquidated me. Marketing, manipulation, doings. Were you trading with leverage, family? The safe bet, just buy Bitcoin and hold it and, self-storage, cold storage, self-custody, I meant. And don't worry about trading with leverage. You know what I mean? When wife changing wealth every day in Bitcoin. Hello from San Salvador, El Salvador, everyone. Crypto news, y'all awesome. Thank you, Jose. Appreciate you, brother. Most likely, this manufactured crash was a shakeout of leveraged Bitcoin holders, force a margin call, and buy at a discount. Precisely. Well said, Silas. You're very smart. ETF news coming today. It's a possibility, but the window's fastly closing as it's already 4 p.m. Eastern right now. No leverage, no stop loss. Ready to go. 60 G's within a week, baby. Send it, James. I can see it. I'm still sticking with 50,000 this month of January. I like 60,000 even better, James. Buy a Trezor wallet, says Rev. Amen. If you're using leverage, increase your margin. What up, people? People's Mori, I appreciate you subbing to the #1 daily Bitcoin pod. I'm here 7 days a week. Cheers. Hello from Nigeria. Appreciate you, family. I have a 98 Corolla. Would a 2001 be an upgrade? For you, yes. 100%. 1 hour left, says Chris. Are they going to wait to the ticker like Jordan in the fourth quarter, 3 seconds left, fade away. What are we going to do? Who thinks the dollar will hold up better than Bitcoin? That a joke? Why would you buy USD with their valuable Bitcoin? Yeah, good point. 50,000 is conservative. It is 2 for 1. These are easy rookie numbers we're talking about right now. Iona, I appreciate you, family. Thanks for subbing to the pod. Love and light. Namaste. Sold my house for Bitcoin when it was 16 to 22 G's. Winning. Who needs a house when you got biddies? What up, guys? Crypto Cloud. Ghana. Ooh, shout out to Ghana. Good to see you, Crypto Cloud. Pump. I orange peeled my whole fam. Now my whole fam owns biddies. Well done, family. That's how you put your skin in the game. Well done, skins. If you guys want to buy a new car, make sure you have 4x the car's value. There you go. You increase your margin by having more marginable securities. It's not a credit card. Michael Saylor's the man. JV has the fresh fade. Thank you for noticing. Just got the fresh cut. Shout out to my barber, Roberto. 39,000 Bitcoin on the 7th. And then after the ETF, we're going to go parabolic. Send it, Rev. DGen's following Gensler around the GoPros on the skateboards, buying gaming coins. That's hilarious. Hodling in Baltimore. Shout out B more. Guys, Saylor will double your money. Trust the YouTube ads, says Matt. Do not trust those ads. You hear Nipsey sneezing in the background? Like, no, those are sketchy. What up, HOG? Thank you for subbing, family. Gensler says, I love Bitcoin. Interesting, Gensler. Hey, it's okay to buy through Trezor 3. Still trying to get in the game. Trezor, I trust. So should be safe to buy. I don't know which exchange they use, but JB Fresh Cut sponsored by Roberto. Best barber ever. I have a barber shop and buy used cars and crypto. Oh, that's what's up, man. Greetings from Germany. What it do? Fidelity. Bitcoin approves CBDC, and you check this out. What would happen if you cannot communicate with Gary and he cannot communicate with you? I didn't think about that. He'll communicate through Nipsey. That's why we have him. He channels the spirits and like all that kind of stuff. Different realms. You know how it is. All the way from Belize. Nice. Welcome, Reeds from Belize. Trying to get in the hang of this. Tune into the podcast. We're here each and every day, family. We've been going 5 years strong. 5 years. If you live in the house, it's a liability. Says AI. What up, Jennifer? Welcome back. Does Roberto take BTC? I pay in dollars. It seems if news that the ETF wasn't going to be approved caused the drop, then news is approved should cause a rise. You know it's going to spark something crazy. Like, yes, when we get the approval, whoosh, and it's not going to be 5%. Like, yeah, I mean, it's going to be massive, substantial in my opinion. Gala asked Chad, when upgrade from expired ramen, don't eat ramen, it gives you cancer. I'll leave it at that. So as cheap as it is and affordable, stop eating ramen noodles. Bitcoin wouldn't dump below 40,000 despite their worst FUD. Back to 45,000 tonight, says Eugene Sky. What up, Ricky? Switzerland in the building. I've got 50 G's. Do I go all in on Bitcoin? If I had 50 G's, I would absolutely go all in on Bitcoin. If I was new to Bitcoin, I had 50 G's to invest, right? Without leaving myself in a precarious financial situation and investing responsibly, right? Money that if something happened, it's not the end of the world, right? And if you have that kind of money to put into Bitcoin, absolutely become a whole coiner, because soon you're not going to be able to become a whole coiner with 50,000. You're going to be able to become a half a coiner, then eventually a quarter of a coiner, and eventually a quarter of a quarter of a coiner. And you don't want to be that guy. Buy every dip. Amen. Jim Cramer, rug the game. This freaking Cramer, man. Jeff Simpson, welcome to the Crypto News Alerts fam. Let's go. Remember, Bitcoin's highest mark is 67. Weren't we even above 68? I guess it depends on the exchange. So yeah, you got to keep that in mind. There's still a tremendous discount with buying Bitcoin at today's price, considering we hit 69 all the way back in 2021, back in November. I think it was November 10th. Started Bitcoin journey on Tuesday and then a crash. Dave in Spain, loving your channel. Well, thank you, Dave. You're new to the game. Just stack, hodl, and sit back and chill and watch the roller coaster ride of excitement, because it's about to be lit. 2024, 2025 are going to be the most crazy, life-changing years of your life. Mark my words. 19.24 ETH and 1 Bitcoin. This is time to move to ETH. I am not doing it because of the ETF, says Robert. Definitely not a good time to move to ETH. I would be moving my ETH to Bitcoin, but hey, not investment advice. Don't go all in one day. Could get burned, says the Bitcoin block. I have bought the dip and dip after the dip, and I bought another dip. Congrats, Joe. That's what you're supposed to do. Anyone under 50 G's is a good buy price. I believe the same. Triple divergence on the daily RSI. We're likely going to test 35 again, folks, says, oh yeah, sure. Oh yeah, sure. Watch out. You move that 50 G's into Bitcoin in small increments. Limits on bank transfers and then DCA into Bitcoin. Want to know how I would make large purchases? I would wire the funds to Coinbase, because a wire had advantages. I don't even remember all of it. But yeah, you're very limited on what you can do with cards and stuff, but you can send a wire, and within 24 hours, the wire would appear and be available on Coinbase, and you can make a big purchase. So for example, in your case, you can buy a whole Bitcoin through a wire. You shouldn't have a problem with that. I will be 10x richer in 2025. Amen, Obama. Obama's mama. Yes. New year start with the boom, and second day, more boom. Bye, says Fahim. Every fraction of a Bitcoin is going to help people. If you own like 2 bitties, you are going to probably be able to retire in 10 years, I'd say, says Smiley. SEC could notify Bitcoin ETF issuers if approval on Friday and the trading to start next. Fox Business said that. Wow. I got married on an all-time high, says Meta. Word. Bitcoin is going to join Starlink way up in the sky. Wire has lower fees as well. Yeah, I think that was the key reason. The fees are lower. I'm all in on Bitcoin. Despite of ETF future, I will be 20x richer. Gemini, 2 hours, wire to complete. Bada boom, bada bing. I like that. That's speedy, baby. Love a big red day more than the green days, right? Because you can accumulate and stack sats. Zag now, ziggin, ziggin now, zag, zag, zig, zigga, zigga, zigga. Yeah. Remember the Winklevoss twins got denied? Yeah, a decade ago. They were the first to submit their ETF application. Nicholas, I appreciate you subscribing to the #1 Daily Bitcoin Pod. We stay lit 24/7. Slow and steady. Have an exit plan. Hard to let the coins go. You do have to take profit, says Cody Pauly 68. I think we all have our own strategies. Argentine house prices, $27,000 for 4-bedroom house with a pool. For real. You can get a 4-bedroom house with a pool for $27,000 in Argentina. Sign me up. It's like a half a Bitcoin. I'll take 2, please. Actually, lots of noobs in here. Keep buying, folks. To the moon. Cheers to that. Winklevoss and Winkle Pickers? What? That's funny. SEI to the moon. Happy Proof of Keys Day. Take them off the exchanges, right? I calculated in Excel how much I needed to buy to get MicroStrategy average cost, and I purchased that amount. Boom. What's their average buy price? Like 30 G's, right? They're way in the green. They're probably up 3 billion in their position right now. Bitcoin is a marathon. One is guaranteed to win as long as you stack and hodl. Well said. Well said. Will, Rafi, thank you for subbing, family. Bitcoin is most definitely a marathon. The marathon continues. Rest in powered Nip, referring to Nipsey Hussle there. You know what I mean? He was big on the marathon, talking about that concept. ICP is the best, says Damien. CME, Bitcoin, 43 G's, baby. Gaze thinking. Thought on MLN. I don't know nothing about it. Sorry. Nipsey. Yeah, you already know. And shout out to the late, great Dr. Sebi as well, who is making a difference in this world. Big fan of his. Just keep buying with the money you don't need to live on and sell what you don't need and pick up change of the sidewalks. Do what you got to do. You can also work for Bitcoin, family. You can get paid in Bitcoin. There's all sorts of alternative ways to get Bitcoin. It's not only for investors. You know what I mean? You can work, get paid, and then buy Bitcoin. So there's alternative ways to accumulate sats as well. Everyone should be working for Bitcoin because that's the future. You shouldn't be working for fiat because that's how they manipulate you and enslave you. You're working for dollars they can just print infinite amounts of. You could be working for Bitcoin. Exchange your most precious asset, which is your time. The most valuable asset on this planet is your time. If you're going to use your time, trade that for Bitcoin, not for dollars, family. That's the trap. That's how you got in this mess in the first place. They deceived us all. Miseducation through government education. I heard that a company out of Singapore speculated against ETF approval and caused the big dip today, but I think it's imminent to get approved. Yeah, all the experts are still saying nothing changed. We just covered it in the show today. If you missed it, when we're done with the stream, you go back and watch it. The best podcast on the tube, buy and hodl, best advice, wait for it. Cheers. But we buy crypto with fiat. Correct. But the fool move is not converting that fiat into Bitcoin. The big dips are getting smaller. January 15th to March 15th, Bitcoin 36,000, then 28,000, says Satoshi. I don't know about all that, big dog. Part of my checks get direct deposited to Coinbase. I like that, Geezer. I like that. That's what I'm talking about. Shout out to Geezer. This is how I dollar cost average. Yeah, Bitcoin is the best there will ever be. I will make crypto work for me. Here's what Michael has to say.
Which one's the best crypto asset? Well, Bitcoin's the best crypto asset. Okay. What's the second best? There is no second best. There's no second best crypto asset.
There is no second best, family. Y'all buy with Bitcoin. MicroStrategy, Bitcoin average price. Thank you, Frederick. 31,000. What a G. That's what's up. We don't know what his personal average price is, but that's what his MicroStrategy average buy prices. I told you it wasn't going to go more than 45, says Joey. Well, we actually almost touched 46. It was 45.9 and some change. You know what I mean? To be exact. You know what I mean? Buy high, sell low, plus the FOMO equals Rex City, says BitBoy. Yo, is this the real BitBoy in here? I get half my money in biddies. Whenever I put money into my account, 50% in biddies. Love that, Jennifer. Music to my ears. That's what I'm talking about. Shout out, Frederick. Thank you and welcome to the HODL Gang. For those that don't know, about 1 month ago, we launched memberships on the channel. We now have over 500 members. So I greatly appreciate everyone's support. Shout out to the HODL Gang. If you want to support the channel and become a member, you can do so for as little as $2.99 a month. It helps out tremendously. So thank you, family. Saylor is the richest man end of year. Bring it. Price Givens, average price 100. Married to Bitcoin. That's what's up, Union Crypto. Manitoir. Saylor is the new Chuck Norris. He has bags of steel, baby. Yes. Purchasing power, conversion switches, doubters. Didn't 2 pizzas cost 10,000 Bitcoin? Now it's like 0.00005, something like that. Got my girl investing. Now she is hooked. Mission complete. Well done, Kidder Inc. Well done. JV, you rockin'. Thank you on Matrix. The next 2 years will be volatile. Bitcoin is the only one. That's right. It's like the one, like Neo from the Matrix. Trade alts, but hodl Bitcoin forever. It's going up forever, Laura. Yeah, the dude who bought 2 pieces for 10,000 Bitcoin is wild. Watch out for that mold and humid climates, JV. Says 2 for 1. Cheers, 2 for 1. Denver, thank you for becoming a member of the HODL Gang. Shout out to the HODL Gang. And congratulations, Tate is right. I appreciate you subscribing to the channel. I appreciate all the members. You guys are too incredible. Much love, much respect. I don't always save my money, but when I do, it's with Bitcoin. That's what's up, Wayne. Hence why you're the new Bruce Wayne. Yes. Happy New Year from England. Happy New Year's. I appreciate the fam. 2024, trust, it's going to be lit. Don't let this little Matrixport FUD buoy you out of your position, because that's exactly what the mainstream wants you to do. You know what I mean? God Candle still in play? Abso-frickin-lutely. 100% Bigfoot. That's like asking, you know what I mean, does Bigfoot exist? 100%. I cannot handle the stress anymore. I'm going to sell my Bitcoins. Please don't say that, Laura. I know you're pulling my chain. Yeah. In Bitcoin, we trust. There you go. George got it right. Bitcoin is going to do what Bitcoin do. True. Because Bitcoin's on its own vector. 100%. Nobody controls Bitcoin. And that's the beauty. I know you're kidding, Laura. I know you're kidding. I added my stack today. That's what's up, David. What up, Nuck? Don't sell your Bitcoins, Laura. Yeah, she's just messing with us. 50% of Bitcoin in your portfolio. I'm like, I would say 99%. Sounds sexier to me. 100%. Why not? You might need 1% to pay some bills, though, so I don't know. What up, fam? What up, JBZ? Bigfoot is stacking Bitcoin? Of course. Bigfoot is a genius. Why do you think they can never catch him? He's smart. Once the ETF is approved, we will be in the early stages of hyper-Bitcoinization. Bring it, Morgan. God Candle coming this year. 1 milli from our B-Day. Send it. Let's get it. Nicholas, love stacking sats on days like this. Just shy of a full coin, baby. Congratulations. Keep going. I believe in you. I'm going to challenge you to get to two Bitcoins. I know you can do it if you're already halfway to 1. Ben Hutchins, boycott Matrixport. Amen. I'm no longer covering their, I used to cover their stuff here, and I'm no longer going to do it. I don't respect what they did today. And then just brushed it off like, we have no idea what they were going to publish. We have no idea. They do their own thing. Come on now. Bigfoot is Satoshi. 99% Bitcoin. Yes. I got 99 problems, but stacking bits ain't one. Hit me. Fidelity. ETF is going on the CBOE. I just saw the same video saying that it is on the SEC website and listed as what? FBTC. Bitcoin Archive. Bitcoin ETF issuers are confident the SEC will get the green light on or before January 10th, according to Fox Business, Eleanor Terrett. Exactly. We know it was nothing more than FUD today. It was to wipe out the leveraged long positions, which is what the market makers love to do. Did BlackRock buy today? That's a good question. I didn't hear an official report, but they're supposed to. They're supposed to buy that 10 mil today, which is like a drop in the bucket to them. That's peanuts. Nobody puts Bitcoin in the corner. There you go. Having 1 Bitcoin will make you paranoid to ever spend any. Having 2 is the ideal scenario. Hey, and having 3 is even more ideal. Do you still think people laughing at Odell Beckham are choosing to get paid in Bitcoin? Yeah, shout out to the OG there, Odell Beckham, one of the greatest running backs, right? Smart man getting paid in Bitcoin, right? Shout out to all the athletes who chose to get paid in Bitcoin that partnered with Cash App, because I know Cash App was the one promoting all that. Elizabeth Warren told Gensler to get Jim Cramer to say something. Yeah, I saw those memes today on X. Those were funny. It's like, it's not working. Get Cramer to do it. It's like, people still listen to this guy Cramer. It's mind-boggling. I am supposed to get my remaining assets off of Celsius from the settlement at the end of February. 1,100 of the 1,700 I had in there. I lucked out, took out 3 Bitcoin before they locked the withdrawal. Good for you, brother. Holy moly. Imagine if your 3 bitties would have been stuck in there. When is the approval? Maybe within the next 30 minutes. If not, maybe tomorrow. If not, maybe Friday. If not, maybe next week. That's the deadline, the 10th. You know what I mean? It's not going to happen over the weekend. I highly doubt that. So most likely going to happen business hours here. Having 3 Bitcoin is triple the fun. There you go. It's like a Bitcoin orgy. So if all the assets on Earth divided by 21 million is Bitcoin's value, what happens when we own planets and stars? Wide receiver. Oh, okay. Odell Beckham's a wide receiver. Thanks for the insights, BS. Winter is coming. AI will only accept Bitcoin. AI is smart. Smarter than the humans, apparently, because the humans are accepting like Dogecoin and all this crap. Crazy manipulation. It's going to pump up more when it's approved. Flex on them, JV. You got it. Yeah. Here's a wide receiver. He is a wide receiver and a gay one. Oh, are you being for real? You seen the Bieber vid? I haven't. I have no clue what you're talking about. Interesting. So you're saying he's a gay wide receiver. It just sounds funny. Scott, approval. Let's go. The TikTok next TikTok. Boom. Shakalaka. The clawbacks of the Celsius were corporate clawbacks. Didn't affect the individuals. Right on. Pocahontas is 1/6400th financial advisor. The Flintstones were gay. They had a gay old time. That is true. Oh, wow. I used to love the Flintstones. Bam, bam. Worst thing to happen to Bitcoin was Kramer to co-sign it. Yeah, that is something. You guys are crazy. If you're new to the channel, family, make sure to subscribe. I'll give you an on-screen shout out. We still got over 1,000 people here. Nipsey says, what's up? The official mascot of the show right here. You can see his cute little face if I move the mic a little. This little Nipsonator. Yeah, last night he was giving us signals. It was like, I'm like, if Nipsey licks his balls, that means buy and buy hard. And lo and behold, he started to lick his balls. So, I mean, take that for what it's worth. But that was one of the most bullish signs we've seen from Nipsey. But also he was talking. He started barking during the stream, which is unheard of. He's never barked during a stream except last night during the pump watch. So he was channeling Satoshi, and you have to catch that pump watch if you missed it. Bitcoin is going into negative numbers. Someone said on the air somewhere. What a fool. On the air. On the mainstream. Are we listening to the mainstream? But anyways, family, I'd love to kick it here all day because we have so many people here. But we're going to continue with the uncensored version of the show exclusively on Rumble. So FYI, here's how it works out here. Every day here, I stream live. When the YouTube stream ends, we continue with the uncensored version of the show exclusively on Rumble. So we're going to end the YouTube stream right now. Thank you, Raphael, for subscribing to the #1 Daily Bitcoin Pod. We're all going to go to the uncensored version of the show exclusively right now on Rumble, and we're going to be doing a JV React session to the brand new Max Keiser and Alex Jones interview. Brand new. It was released 2 days ago on Alex Jones's show. What up, Pat McCran? Thank you for subbing to the #1 Daily Bitcoin Pod. Greatly appreciate your support. Yeah, we can't be playing Alex Jones on YouTube, so exclusively on Rumble. Let's go check it out. Rain, thank you, Nola. Appreciate you subscribing to the #1 Daily Pod. Head on over to Rumble. Right now, we're going to be watching Alex Jones and Max Keiser discussing Bitcoin, El Salvador becoming the new America, and all that fun stuff that goes along with it. YouTube, it has been lit, but head on over to Rumble right now and let's get the uncensored version of the show and the party started. Deuces, YouTube, JV out.